Good morning, students. Yesterday we are discussing about new topic, that is calculus. Now in calculus section there are two branches, namely differential calculus as well as integral calculus. In differential calculus there are several topics. Among those we will study only two topics in first PU, namely limits and derivatives. Okay. Now today we will discuss the new topic, that is topic number 13, limits and derivatives. These two topics belongs under calculus section. So in this topic, total marks is 15 marks. Allotment of marks: 1 mark 1 question, then 2 mark 1 question, 3 mark 1 question, 4 mark 1 question, and 5 mark 1 question. Totally 9, 12, 14, 15 marks. So in this topic, total marks is 15 marks. Whereas in second PU, that calculus section belongs to total marks in calculus section in second PU 70 marks. Second PU there is the biggest section, 70 marks ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Whereas in first PU only 15 marks. Okay. Now let us discuss the definition of limit as well as derivative. Now here define a limit. Limits ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? In our daily life we use the word limit. ಆ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ತಿನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ತಿರುಗಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. Isn't it? So in our daily life we use the word limit. So define limit. Look here. Let y is equal to f of x be a function. You know the definition of function. Remember, function means it is a rule in which all the elements of a set associated with unique element in the second set. Now mathematically, symbolically, function can be written as y is equal to f of x. Now y is equal to f of x be a function. That f of x value, there are 4 different types of functions, namely that f of x value, it may be algebraic, or it may be logarithmic, or it may be trigonometric, or it may be exponential. Out of 4, they may be given any one function. So in general, y is equal to f of x be a function. Define limit. The value of a given function. Simple definition. The value of a given function f of x as x approaches to or nearer to or tends to, all terms are same. Say a, where a is finite value. In general, that a value will be 1, minus 1, 7, root 3, 5 by 2, 5, like that. So the value of the given function f of x as x approaches to or nearer to or tends to, all terms are same. Say a, where a is finite value, should be, must be finite value. Should be finite, not infinite. Mathematically, symbolically, we write limit of, short for LIM, limit of the function f of x as x approaches to or nearer to or tends to, denoted by arrow mark. That arrow mark indicates nearer to, tends to, approaches to. Say a, where a is finite value, must be finite value. Say L, where L is finite. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವನ್ನು ಆ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ finite, not infinite. That is the definition of limit. Mathematically we write like this. So remember, define limit, the value of a given function f of x as x approaches to or nearer to or tends to, say A, where A is finite value, should be, must be finite value. Mathematical variant LIM, or we can write like this, LT means limit of the function f of x as x approaches, denoted by arrow mark, read it as x tends to, or x approaches to, or x is nearer to A, is equal to L, where L means L is finite value. Answer finite ಬರಬೇಕು, infinite ಬರೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, this is the definition of limit, isn't it? Now here, for example, limit of the function f of x. So f of x, there are 4 different types of functions, namely algebraic, logarithmic, trigonometric, exponential. Out of 4, take anyone. Say limit of x cube plus x plus 1 as x tends to 1. X is nearer to 1. X is nearer to 1, not exactly 1, nearer to 1. 1 is semi-positive number to the left side of 1. And you have to say 0.999. Approximately by taking 1. For our command, by substituting x equal to 1. Actually, not x equal to 1, it is x is nearer to 1. 1 is semi-positive number, you have to 0.999. Instead of by taking that one, we take definite number, that is say 1. So put x is equal to 1, see what happens? 1 cube plus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 1 cube is 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. 3 is finite value. Okay, take another example. Evaluate limit of sin x. Limit of sin x as x approaches to pi by 4. X is nearer to 45 degree. Put x equal to 45 degree. Power connect by taking 45 degree. Sin 45 degree. 1 bar root 2. So 1 bar root 2 is finite value. Here, take another example. Evaluate limit of x square minus 25 divided by x minus 5 as x approaches to 5. Verify whether that problem is finite or infinite. Check it. Put x equal to 5. X value 5 right here. 5 square 25 minus 25, right? Divided by x value 5 minus 5. So 25 minus 25, 0. 5 minus 5, 0. 0 by 0. Remember, 0 by 0 is not equal to 0. Don't 0 here, cancel it. 0 by 0 is not equal to 1. Is not equal to 0. Such type of expressions, that is known as indeterminate form. So note, remember, an expressions like 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity, infinity plus infinity, and so on. These expressions are called indeterminate, undefined. These are not finite values. Just like it is infinite, these are not finite values. You have finite values Allah. 0 by 0 what you cancel multiply wrong. 0 by 0 is not equal to 0. Remember, note that an expressions like 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, infinity minus infinity, infinity plus infinity, etc. Such expressions are called undefined, indeterminate form. Indeterminate, that is not finite value. So definition of limit ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ x ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಫೈನೈಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 5 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ, it is indeterminate, that is not finite value. What can you do? Simplify given function. Go on, simplify given function till you get finite value. That is the definition of calculus. That is the meaning of calculus. Definition of limit: value of the given function as x approaches to a should be finite value. ಈ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ x ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ must be finite. But here it is indeterminate form, that is not finite value. What can you do? Simplify given function. Go on simplifying till you get finite value. How to solve? Look here. Now that is limit x tends to 5, x square minus 25 is same as 5 square. 5 square is nothing but 25, right? Divided by x minus 5. Okay? Then simplify. That is equal to limit x tends to 5. In the numerator, it is in the form a square minus b square. As you know the formula. What is the formula for a square minus b square? A minus b into a plus b. You know that a square minus b square is equal to a minus b into a plus b. Isn't it? So instead of a, here x. Instead of b, here 5. So we can write a minus b means x minus 5 into x plus 5. Right? Divided by denominator as it is x minus 5. Okay? Now one factor x minus 5 will cancel. Put x equal to 5. 5 plus 5. That is how much? 10. 10 it is finite value. That is the meaning of calculus. Our calculus meaning anyway. It is a branch of mathematics which deals with study of convert infinite or indeterminate into finite number of values. So definition of limit, the value of the given function as x approaches to or nearer to or tends to denote the arrow mark a, where a is finite value, should be finite value. Answer must be finite, not infinite. Finite probability, infinite ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, indeterminate ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, infinite indeterminate ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Go on simplify. ಇದನ್ನು simplify ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗು ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ? Till you get finite value. Here, so remember, mathematically, limit of the function f of x as x approaches to a must be finite value L, where L is finite value. That is the definition of limit. Here, students, take one more example. Check it whether is it finite or infinite. Check it. Now here, evaluate limit of x square plus 3x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 as x tends to minus 2. Verify whether that function is finite or infinite or not. You know the definition of limit. This is f of x, algebraic function. X approaches to, that is a value given. So what can you do? Put x equal to minus 2. Whether that value is finite or infinite or indeterminate, you have to check it. Now see, what you want? Put x equal to minus 2. Minus 2 substitute here and put minus 2 power 2 plus 3 into minus 2 plus 2 divided by minus 2 plus 2. Right? Then simplify. Minus 2 to the power of 2, 4 plus into minus 6 plus 2 divided by minus 2 plus 2, 0. That is equal to 4 minus 6 minus 2. Minus 2 plus 2, 0 by 0. It is not finite value. It is indeterminate. 0 by 0. That is not finite value. So what can you do? Simplify given function. Go on simplify. Till you get finite value. How to solve? Now limit x tends to minus 2. Simplify that value. In the numerator it is quadratic because power of x is 2. It is quadratic. Reduce the quadratic function. So factorize, splitting up middle term. We got 2 roots. If you multiply by any two number, you get 2. Add that same number, you get 3. What are the numbers? 2 and 1. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1, 3. So factors are x plus 2 into x plus 1. Correct? Multiply another 2 ಬರಬೇಕು, add another 3 ಬರಬೇಕು. Those numbers are 2 and 1. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Divided by x plus 2. Right? So one factor x plus 2 cancel. Then put x equal to minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1. How much? Minus 1. That minus 1 is finite value. Right? No. Infinite or indeterminate ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ? Answer finite ಬರೋದು. Okay? In general definition of limit, the value of the given function f of x as x approaches to a should be finite value. ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ x ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಫೈನೈಟ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ laws of limits. Laws of limits. Algebra of limits. Now here consider two functions, say f of x and g of x be two functions in general. By taking two functions, let x approaches to, say in general a is finite value. Then first law says limit of the sum of two functions, limit of f of x plus g of x as x approaches to a is equal to. Now split up the limit. How to write? Split up the limit. Limit of first function as x approaches to a plus limit of second function as x approaches to a. This is first law. Whereas similarly limit of difference of two functions, say f of x minus g of x as x approaches to a is equal to, split up the limit. Limit of f of x as x approaches to a minus limit of g of x as x approaches to a. Whereas second law, limit of product of two functions, say f of x into g of x. There are functions in multiplication formula ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ how to split it? That is equal to limit of first function f of x as x tends to a into limit of second function g of x as x tends to a. Limit of product of two functions is equal to product of the limits. Limit of first function as x approaches to a into limit of second function as x approaches to a. Whereas third one, limit of division of two functions. Limit of f of x divided by g of x, quotient of two functions. There are functions division formula ಇದ್ದಾಗ how to split it? Now here we can write limit of numerator as x approaches to a divided by limit of denominator as x approaches to a. Limit of division of two functions is equal to limit of numerator as x approaches to a divided by limit of g of x as x approaches to a, provided the condition denominator limit of g of x as x approaches to a is not equal to 0. ಇದು 0 ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Suppose ಇದು 0 ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ any number upon 0, infinite, not defined. So that the condition denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. Then fourth one, limit of, say some constant k into f of x as x approaches to a is equal to, here k is constant, take outside, k into limit of f of x as x approaches to a. ನೋಡಿ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 5 laws of limits, namely limit of sum of two functions as x approaches to a is equal to limit of f of x as x approaches to a plus limit of g of x as x approaches to a. Similarly, limit of f of x minus g of x as x approaches to a is equal to, split up the limit, limit of f of x as x approaches to a minus limit of g of x as x approaches to a. Whereas second one, limit of product of two functions as x approaches to a is equal to limit of first function into limit of second function. Whereas third one, division of two functions, limit of f of x divided by g of x as x approaches to a is equal to, split up the limit, limit of numerator divided by limit of denominator as x approaches to a, provided denominator is not equal to 0. Then fourth one, limit of k into f of x, where k is constant, that is number. Say for example, limit of 2 into f of x is equal to, take 2 outside, into limit of a function. In general, limit of k into f of x as x approaches a is equal to constant term as it is k into limit of function limit of f of x as x approaches to a. So these are the laws of limits. So based on the definition of limits and laws of limits to solve some simple problems. Okay? Now here, first problem. So you know the definition of limit. Remember, the value of the given function as x approaches to a must be finite value. Now here, now to solve some simple problem, evaluate first one, limit of x cube minus x squared plus 1 as x approaches to 1. Second one, evaluate limit of x into bracket x plus 1 as x approaches to 2. Third one, evaluate limit of 1 plus x squared plus and so on plus x power 10 as x approaches to minus 1. Very fast. Definition of limit, you know. The value of the given function as x approaches to a should be finite value. Now, first one, very simple problem. Now, here limit of x cube minus x squared plus 1 as x approaches to 1. Check it, put x equal to 1. Is it finite or infinite? If it is finite, that is the final answer. If it is not finite, if it is infinite, go on simplify. Here I am going to be, put x is 1. 1 cube minus 1 square plus 1. That is 1 cube is 1, minus 1 square is 1, plus 1. 1 cancel. That is 1. 1 is the finite value. 1 mark question. Okay? Whereas second one, evaluate limit of x into bracket x plus 1 as x approaches to 3. Put x equal to 3. 3 of 3 plus 1. Right? So that is 3 of 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 4s are 12. 12 is finite value. Whereas third one, limit of 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x power 4 plus x power 5 x power 6 x power 7 x power 8 plus x power 9 plus x power 10. Totally 10 terms. As x approaches to minus 1. Put x equal to minus 1. So first number 1 as it is, plus x is minus 1, x is minus 1 square, x cube minus 1 cube, x power 4 minus 1 power 4, x power 5 minus 1 power 5, x power 6 minus 1 power 6, x power 7 minus 1 power 7 already, minus 1 power 8 plus minus 1 power 9 plus minus 1 power 10. Then simplify. So 1 plus into minus 1 plus minus 1 square plus 1 minus 1 cube minus 1 minus 1 power 4 plus 1 minus 1 power 5 minus 1 minus 1 power 6 plus 1 already, minus 1 power 7 minus 1 minus 1 power 8 plus 1 minus 1 power 9 minus 1 minus 1 power 10 plus 1. Right? Simplify. 1 minus 1 0, 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 last number is 1. That is answer 1 when it is finite. Here, now another example. Evaluate limit of x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3 as x tends to 2. Check it. put x equal to 3 substitute ಮಾಡಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ is it finite or infinite put x is 3 squared 9 minus 9 divided by x value 3 minus 3 9 minus 9 0 by 0 it is in the form indeterminate 0 by 0 so what can you do simplify that function now limit x tends to 3 x squared minus 9 is same as 3 squared वही बोला divided by x minus that is limit x tends to 3 x squared minus 3 squared it is in the form a square minus b square formula a minus b अगर ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ x minus 3 into x plus 3 divided by x minus 3 as it is. So one factor x minus 3 cancel. Put x equal to 3. X value 3 substitute ಮಾಡಿ 3 plus 3. How much? 3 plus 3 6. That is finite value. So these are the simple problems based on limits. Okay. Now we will discuss some more problems in next class. Okay, students. Thank you.